Hey there, fellow travelers, Mark
and Jocelyn with Wolters World.
And today we have the don'ts of the family road trip. And as it's 9:21 and we were hoping to leave at 6, our first don't of the family road trip is...
Don't worry about getting out late. It's okay. This is supposed to be a vacation. Don't stress yourself out. You don't have a plane to catch. You don't have a train to catch. Just relax and try to go with the flow.
That's right. So we're going to be on our road trip from Illinois to Georgia and doing these don'ts. So you'll see if we survive. And look, the kids are even with us, so maybe they'll pop in as well. Now, while we're on the road, it made me think of a few of the don'ts you don't want to forget before you get on the road trip. One, don't just have the GPS. Make sure you're looking at your road trip beforehand, just in case the GPS gets confused or you're going one way and the GPS has you going another way, just so you have a rough idea of what highways to take and things like that. Also, before you go, don't forget that you probably want to clean up the car before you get started, because yes, it will get messy with all the young people eating the Cheetos and all this kind of stuff, and perhaps your wife might drop some Cheetos in the car as well. Not that I'm the cleanest person ever, but it does happen. And then when you finish a road trip, it's not as messy when you have to clean it out, I guess. So that's one thing I would say. But Jocelyn had a couple thanks. Had a couple thanks before you go.
Something else you should think about before you go on the road trip is getting an oil change, get your tires checked, just kind of top up your fluids and things like that. You don't want to get out on the road and be stranded. Make sure you've got a spare tire, and make sure that your spare tire is properly aired. And another thing you might want to do before you go is get AAA. We have it, and Lord knows it has saved us a few times. Like the big blowout we had one time in North Carolina where we had an exploding tire. They were there and they took care of everything for us. So make sure you've got some kind of roadside assistance, whether it's from your dealership or from AAA or whatever. It's a good thing to do too.
So we're on a stop, and another don't we have for you is don't forget to stop at some of the roadside attractions when you are doing your road trip, because it's not just the point of going from point A to point B, it's all the fun that you have on the way, whether it is here in Metropolis, Illinois, and seeing Superman in the Superman Museum, or if it's going to some outlook point or some lake or some historical place. Get off the road, get out there, stretch your legs a little bit, so you feel better, but also see those things. That's what's great about it, all right? Now, because I'm here with Superman, I think we should also have some other really important don'ts when we're there. One, don't text and drive on your road trip. It's usually illegal and it's not safe. Two, don't cut off people, especially the truckers when you're out there, because the truckers, it's kind of hard to stop a big rig, so be safe about that. And I will say, don't forget that every car in the US comes with turn signals standard. So don't forget to use your turn signals when you're out there, okay? And I have a special message for those of you that like to drive in the left lane, and that is, don't be a left lane driver. You don't camp out there. The left lane is for passing, and then you get over in the right lane, all right? So I'm looking at you, Carolinas.
Don't forget good snacks. Maybe not good for you.
So another thing I think is important in terms of the don'ts is when you have a long drive like this, don't have one person do all the driving. Make sure you do switch drivers, because it can get pretty stressful if you're going to be driving a long period of time. Also, safety becomes an issue. Another don't I have for you is don't forget to kind of plan out your timing when you're going to get to cities. So we're here in Nashville and we're getting here at 3:30 in the afternoon, so we're here right before rush hour so we can get through and not hit rush hour at 5 o'clock. And you can see there's some cars out there, but it's not too bad for a big city like Nashville. This isn't bad at all. And so you kind of plan those things out. That's why it might be you want to leave at 5 in the morning and realize, oh, we can't make it. Leave at 9 so you miss that rush hour window. But just something to think about when you're out there for some more don'ts. So I'm going to focus on the road, and we'll be back. So when you're out on your road trip, don't forget to stop at some of the local fast food joints. Yes, McDonald's and Wendy's are everywhere, but where I live, we don't have Bojangles. So I get to have their chicken and biscuits. Oh yeah, you definitely have to have that when you're there, but it's really cool. Like you're going down through Texas, you got to hit up Whataburger. The West Coast, you're doing In-N-Out. If you're going to the East Coast, you got Shake Shack. Midwest, you got Culver's, but there's all kinds of great like local fast food chains that you should check out. So don't just hit up the McDonald's, go try some of the other stuff, because they got some good chicken and biscuits here at Bojangles. That's all I'm saying. So my next don't for you has to do when you're pumping your gas, and that is don't forget to get your gas whenever you can, okay? You may think, oh, there'll be another gas station. It won't be a problem. You'll be surprised how many times you'll be like, we're getting near fumes and I don't know where the next gas is gonna be. So do fill up whenever you can. What we actually do is when we kind of pull in for the night, our hotel is behind the Wendy's you might see behind us. Our hotel is right over there. And so we're filling up tonight, so tomorrow morning we can just get up and go. We don't have to deal with going to get gas and kind of slowing down the exit. We can just hit the day running and do that. So don't forget to fill up. And wow, $1.89 here in Georgia. That is some crazy low prices for gas. So another note I think is kind of important. You notice we're not actually in the car right now. We're actually outside of a hotel. And when you're doing road trips, I think another don't is don't overdo it. I mean, we've been on the road for about 12, 13 hours today. It wasn't like a super long ride. We took it very leisurely and relaxed, but we also know that we still have about 6 or 7 hours left of driving, and it was getting dark and rainy. We're like, you know what? It's okay to take a break. So don't feel you have to do the entire huge road trip all at once. You see a hotel, go ahead and get off and take some time to do that. Also, another note, if you have your miles, since we're not flying anymore, you can use your miles and maybe get a free upgrade and stuff like that. So just one of those things to think about when you are on your road trip. So we'll be back for some more don'ts back on the road tomorrow. So we are finally, after the road trip down from Illinois to Georgia, we're almost at our rental. We're here at Tybee Island. I want to give a last few don'ts. One, don't forget to bring a soft-sided cooler right there. We've had that stock full of drinks and stuff for the kids, so you have some cold drinks there. Little tip, use bottled water or like the juice boxes and freeze those and use that as your ice instead of ice, so you can save some space and, you know, double up. Also, don't forget this thing down here. See that right there? That's a garbage can. Having a garbage can in your car during a road trip saves you all the mess in the world, makes a big difference. Don't worry, there's still smashed goldfish and Cheez-Its all over the place, but there's less smashed goldfish and Cheez-Its, so that's a good idea. Another don't we have is don't plan every single second of the road trip, because things will slow you down. Like we thought we were going to get here maybe midnight last night, and you know what? It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. And you know what? It was worth it, because we got to go to Lodge Cast Iron, and we got to Nickajack Lake, and we got to go see Metropolis where they have Superman and stuff like that. So it was cool to take those breaks. So kind of, you know, plan to not plan when you're going to have these your road trips. Another thing that can help you get through the times is don't forget all those old school car games, whether it is the alphabet game, you know, A, apple, then it's A, apple, B, banana. And we actually do it with countries and destinations, so it's always got to bring something up. Xi'an always wins for the X, so we have that. You know, and you have the I Spy games, and you have the license plates game. Those things help pass time, so don't forget about those. And my last one is don't forget to get off the highway. When you're exploring on a road trip, it's fun to get off the road. I know I talked about those places, but make it a point to get off. That's why you want to do the old Route 66. You can go through some of those small towns and then get back on the highway to get going, to get more of an adventure when you're out there. So as we get to our road trip, because our place is at the end of this road down here, we wish you all the best. And we're going to say bye. You guys want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye. Caleb, we got a wave in there. Nice. Bye. So
Bye.
Have a great road trip. Have a great summer. And we wish you all the best. Bye, because it's time for us to have a vacation. Bye.